Welcome, everyone. My name is Janine Ortiz, and I am the Industry Affairs Director for Discover Puerto Rico. Thank you for joining our industry update. In this webinar, Discover Puerto Rico's executive leadership team will walk you through the latest updates, strategies, and trends in research, marketing, and sales. After the presentation, we will have time for a Q&A, so please feel free to send your questions throughout the presentation. You may do so by using the Q&A feature, which is the bubble labeled Q&A at the bottom of your screen. Para nuestros amigos que desean utilizar el servicio de subtítulos en español, pueden activar los mismos en la parte baja de su pantalla presionando la burbuja que dice Show Captions. In this update, Discover Puerto Rico's executive leadership team will walk you through the latest updates, strategies, and trends in research, marketing, and sales. And during today's industry update, you will hear from our CFO, Fernando Rodriguez, Director of Research and Analytics, Larissa Morales, Marketing Director, Gloriana Yamin, and Chief Sales Officer, Ed Carey. And now, to get things started, I leave you with Discover Puerto Rico CFO, Fernando Rodriguez.
Thank you, Janet, and saludos from your DMO, Discover Puerto Rico. With great pleasure and enthusiasm, I welcome you all to this month industry update. Thank you for joining us today as we gather to share our progress, plans, and strategies to advance tourism on our beautiful island. First and foremost, I want to express our profound gratitude for allowing us to share relevant information about the industry with you. Your dedication to the growth and prosperity of our industry is truly commendable, and it is through our collective effort that we continue to achieve remarkable success. I am thrilled to report that our island's tourism sector has once again exceeded expectation, achieving extraordinary results across various metrics, from soaring demand to record-breaking visitors numbers, increase from taxes collected, and a surge in employment within the tourism industry. We have witnesses unparalleled growth that surpasses even the remarkable record set in the previous year. This outstanding achievement is a testament to the hard work, dedication, and innovation of everyone involved in promoting our island as a premier tourist destination. As we gather today, our team is diligently engaged in preparing the budget for the upcoming fiscal year. The two versions of our budget for the next fiscal year, crafted with meticulous attention to detail, reflect our commitment to remain impactful and efficient regardless of the funding allocated. We are prepared to navigate any scenario with resilience and adaptability, ensuring our efforts continue to drive positive outcomes for our industry and community. In addition to our internal preparation, we are actively engaging with legislators and stakeholders, advocating for tourism's vital role in our economy. Through effective communication and collaboration, we are highlighting the importance of sustained support for our industry and the pivotal role that our destination marketing organization plays in driving tourism growth and economic prosperity. As we look ahead with optimism and determination, I am confident in our collective ability to overcome challenges and seize opportunities. Together, we will continue to innovate, adapt, and evolve, ensuring that our island remains a premier destination for travelers around the globe. Before concluding, I want to take a moment to extend my heartfelt appreciation to every Discover Puerto Rico team member. Your persistent dedication, passion, and tireless effort have been instrumental in our success. Through your hard work and commitment, we have achieved these remarkable results, and I am immensely proud to work alongside such a talented and dedicated group of individuals. In closing, let us move forward with renewed vigor and determination, united in our shared goal of advancing tourism and fostering economic prosperity for our island. Together, we will continue to write the next chapter of success for our industry, driving growth, innovation, and excellence every step of the way. Thank you once again for your continued support and commitment. Let's continue to make our island shine brighter than ever before. And now it's my pleasure to turn this presentation over to our Market Research Director, Larissa Morales. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you, Fernando. During our last update in February, I shared the amazing results achieved during 2023, which saw many of the tourism metrics set records. Some of the most frequently asked questions Cecilia and I receive are, is this sustainable or will we have another record year? And while Cecilia and I don't have a crystal ball and often wonder that ourselves, I'm happy to share that for the first few months of 2024, we see that the tourism metrics continue upward and remain strong. So let's review the Q1 results for 2024. And as a quick note, the hotel data from STR that we will be sharing are still considered estimates, as the final March numbers are scheduled to arrive later today. Lodging revenue is starting off strongly this calendar year, driven by rental demand and record hotel rates. Overall, lodging is up 18% to same period last year. Can you go back one? Sorry. Thank you. We are also seeing arrivals at San Juan off to a good start. For Q1, San Juan arrivals are up 12% versus prior year. The regional airports data generally lags by about a month, but through February, arrivals at 56,000 passengers are down slightly, driven by lower arrivals to Aguadilla, and this trend is something that we are tracking closely. We are also seeing hotel demand rise by 6% for Q1, and rental accommodations continue to perform well ahead of last year, up 31%. Now we'll move on to cover some of these metrics in more detail, and we'll start with lodging demand. Now, while all months of Q1 experienced an increase, March growth was exceptional. Total demand for the month reached 770,000 rooms nights, which, as you can see from the chart, is a number previously unseen during the past 10 years. Some of this growth can be attributed to the shift in the Holy Week Easter holiday, which this year fell at the end of March, as compared to last year when it was in early April. And we also see a shift in mix, with hotel demand at 411,000 nights, representing 53%, while rentals account for 47% in March, reaching 360,000 room nights. And while we don't have regional information for hotels, here we see the weekly rental share by region for the first quarter. Not surprisingly, the metro area in the light green holds anywhere between a third to nearly half of the total market. And the east and the west areas are generally even, with about 25% share each. Another area where we see a lot of growth, particularly over the past several years, is in rates. Hotel rates through March record an average of $348, which is about $20 higher than same period last year and nearly $100 above 2019. Now, even more impressive were the ADRs observed during Holy Week, which surpassed $400, with occupancy rate averaging 85%. Now, rental rates have been fairly stable over the past 3 years and also show significant growth from 2019, from $187 to $242. And with record demand and rates, we see lodging revenues reaching historical highs. Through Q1, lodging revenues are about $608 million, an increase of 18% or $95 million over Q1 in 2023. During February's industry update, I shared that our partners at Tourism Economics were forecasting that the cruise industry for us in Puerto Rico would continue to lag 2019. And so far, that forecast is holding true. From October 2023 through March 2024, we have received 879,000 cruise passengers, which is about 83% of 2019 levels. Now, on a positive note, post-pandemic, this is the highest number and is 4% higher than last year. And I mentioned earlier that our arrivals at our regional airports were slightly below 2023. And here we see the arrival breakdown for our three main airports. Now, San Juan has been experiencing record growth, reaching over 1 million passengers between January and February of this year. And this is about 90,000 more passengers, or a 9% increase. Aguadilla, in the teal color, has received 61,000 passengers, which is 10,000 less than last year. Our Spirit's departure created a gap of about 21,000 seats, which is partially offset by the expansions of Frontier, JetBlue, and United Airlines, which combined added 15,400 seats. Nevertheless, this airport arrivals have declined by 14.5% year to date, and that is partially attributed to the 7% reduction in flight capacity. Ponce, meanwhile, has seen about 5,000 more arrivals at 24,000 passengers. And as we head towards summers, we are seeing about 10% more seats overall than in 2023. San Juan International will make up about 90% of the capacity starting in April and reaching 92% during the summer months of June, July, and August. Through the best data tools we have available, we have access to what the booking pace looks like for the next few quarters. And we know these forecasts can change, as we have seen many times in the last few years, but under normal business conditions, our tools have been very accurate in tracking the industry's overall health. And through the end of March, hotel occupancy is at a similar booking pace compared to last year for Q2, while for Q3, hotel occupancy is pacing 29% ahead from what was on the books last year at the same date. And for rentals, we see 23% more book nights for Q2 and 44% more for Q3. Now, this accommodation type continues to be attractive to travelers and shows no sign of letting up. Finally, for flights, for Q2, we are seeing about 13% more airline tickets on the books from flights not originating in Puerto Rico, but arriving on the island. And for Q3, we are seeing about 10% more flights. Now I'd like to move to more general travel sentiment insights and share a few from our research partners, Future Partners, and their survey, The State of the American Traveler. This monthly tracking survey, a representative sample of 4,000 American travel. Now, as the concern about a looming recession begins to wane among travelers, and with many feeling optimistic about their personal finances, we see that over 86% of travelers have high excitement about traveling in the near future. And while high costs have been a main deterrent to travelers over the past 6 months, many feel better off financially and think that is a suitable time to spend on leisure travel, a sentiment that has seen improvement over the last couple of months. 3 in 5 travelers intend to make leisure travel a spending priority over the next 3 months, with summer approaching. And it is that enthusiasm, the importance of travel, and possibly the increased cost due to inflation that have likely contributed to travel budgets increasing to a new post-pandemic high of nearly $5,000. So it is a great time to showcase through our marketing efforts what a great destination Puerto Rico is to entice travelers to visit. And with that, I'll leave you with Marketing Director Gloriana Yamil to share more about those.
Thank you, Larissa, and good morning to everyone. Thank you for joining today. We're going to start with the public relations update. In February and March, we generated over 6.8 billion earned media impressions, equating to over 136 million in earned media value for Puerto Rico. Top stories included the launch of the Boricua 3.0, which was featured in Forbes and Travel Pulse. Gastronomy coverage featured in Eater and Thrillist, as well as a coverage that featured Puerto Rico as a great destination for solo travel in national outlets such as HubSpot and Afar. Our domestic fan program in 2024, we have garnered 104 million total impressions for fan trips live coverage, amounting to 2 million earned media value. One fan trip was executed in February, the Family Fam, and one was executed in March, Music and Culture Fam. Coverage showcased the entire island divided by 19% in the metro area, 6% non-metro area, and 75% for the entire island. We are continuing conversations with attendees to drive ongoing coverage. We executed our first official influencer campaign with 16 influencers traveling to Puerto Rico and documenting their experience for our domestic fan program. The influencers have driven awareness and consideration of Puerto Rico as a go-to destination with over 7.6 million impressions. Content has garnered positive sentiment via comments, noting the different aspects of the island and its accessibility. Jimmy Kimmel Live integration. Our integration with Jimmy Kimmel Live aired in February 21st. Jimmy's well-known sidekick and fan favorite, Guillermo, visited the island to film a late-night segment that featured the no passport, no problem messaging. This was following the added value segment that featured 100% earned endorsement from the island on January 30th. 4 key areas of our island were featured: La Factoría, Vermont de San Juan, El Yunque, and Los Kioscos de Luquillo. Additionally, production team members and segment extras were sourced from the island. The segment delivered a strong return on investment and were valued at $738K, with the surrounding social amplification value up to $251K. Now for the creative update, we're gonna start with Le Boricua. For March, we launched the next evolution of the Le Boricua campaign, Le Boricua 3.0, as we call it internally. This evolution connects the power of storytelling from Puerto Ricans to add context and dimension to what it truly means to live Boricua across multiple aspects of Puerto Rico's unique culture and distinct flavor. This campaign will run alongside our very successful and award-winning Le Boricua 2.0, giving visitors a deeper understanding and appreciation of the cultural experiences in Puerto Rico across nature, culinary, nightlife, and music. The Le Boricua 3.0 launch has garnered excitement from media with more than 83 million impressions to date. Key outlets include Forbes, Travel Pulse, Travel Weekly, PR Week, and more. A press release was distributed across 380 publications with 155 million total potential reach. We're continuing to incorporate Le Boricua 3.0 messaging into our upcoming programming, particularly through our thought leadership program. This campaign will run across broadcast, social, search, display, as well as custom partnerships, and is running now across all channels domestically, with international media launching this month. As part of an integrated strategy, the campaign creative and messaging is reflected on the website landing page, capturing traffic from pay media, spotlighted across custom partnerships including Hulu, Hearst, and iHeartRadio, and our behind-the-scenes video that was produced 100% internally, feature interviews and clips from the production was distributed to local media and uploaded to social channels. Here you can see a few examples of our print executions from the campaign. In the next few months, we'll begin to launch new iterations of the Live Boricua framework. This will include an update to Make Your Meeting Boricua, focus on our MICE, weddings, and sports audiences. Upcoming productions include MICE, cruise, short-term rentals, and a robust island photography shoot. We're also continuing to develop a new media assets weekly to support our custom partnerships opportunities with Afar, Garden and Gun, iHeartRadio, and Hearst that we look forward to sharing very soon. For the international update, we're going to start with the UK and Irish mission. With the highest per capita visitation to the US in the world in terms of its population, Ireland has been identified as one of the key exploratory markets in increasing visitation and progressing our goal to become a global island. To mark the start of our exploration, Discover Puerto Rico held an extremely successful joint sales and media mission in UK and Ireland last month. Over the 4 days, 14 media and 15 trade introductions were held, alongside an intimate launch which established strong connections with key targets within the industry alongside raising wider awareness of our island. The feedback was extremely positive, with resounding interest from these key partners in working with Discover Puerto Rico moving forward. The mission also aligned well with our ongoing partnership with JetBlue and the flight launch to Dublin to JFK and Boston, which started in March 2024. We have leveraged these new routes to increase awareness of Puerto Rico as a sun destination with significant connectivity to key East Coast destinations. We are thrilled to have established a partnership with JetBlue Airways to both consolidate our presence in the UK market as well as establish our presence in Ireland. As part of our partnership, we will look to build brand visibility for the increased route options from the UK and Ireland to our island, including amplifying the airline's new flight launches from Dublin to JFK and Boston, and Edinburgh to JFK. To do this, we are working closely with JetBlue on a joint campaign activity. This will include OTA Cup consumer marketing campaigns in both the UK and Ireland, and supporting the airline's significant event to launch the Edinburgh to New York flight. Through our participation, we will showcase the ease to travel to Puerto Rico to 200 trade, media, consumers, and stakeholders in attendance. We will also look to give guests a flavor of our island through a pop-up bar serving traditional Puerto Rican cocktails. The preparations for our global summit are well underway, with the event taking place from April 26th to May 3rd. Through a panel discussions, workshops, and pre and post international FAMs, the event will showcase 5 years of record success for the DMO and how the island plans to cement its place as a global stage. The panel discussions will deep dive into key trends and topics in the industry, working with travel industry leaders, local innovators, and sustainability pioneers, including JetBlue, Ports Colombia, and World's 50 Best. These high-level conversations will take place in front of an audience of up to 100 local stakeholders, as well as 24 international media and trade. Furthermore, our workshop meetings on day 2 will be essential in connecting key international trade with on-island stakeholders. Finally, our pre and post international FAMs will showcase the offerings across all areas of the island to engage audience, aligning well with our goal to continue dispersing visitors beyond San Juan. For our paid media update, we're going to start with January. In January, we launched a comprehensive paid media strategy aimed at supporting the traveler's journey from initial interest to making a booking. Our campaign's branding efforts are focused on expanding our reach and sparking interest in Puerto Rico through engaging video content. The Live Boricua 2.0 and 3.0 spots were broadcast via Spot TV, OTT, and social channels, achieving over 200 million impressions in January and February alone, and outperforming the industry benchmark in terms of efficiency. The campaign's next phase targets those dreaming of travel, educating potential visitors about Puerto Rico's attractions through platform-specific video content and social media, YouTube, display ads, and native platforms directing to specific articles on the site for more information about things to do in Puerto Rico. This part of our campaign successfully garnered over 220 million impressions in the first 2 months. Lastly, our ads aimed at booking got 175 million impressions in the first 2 months of Q1. This campaign consists of a mix of travel endemic and best performing conversion platforms to drive users to the places to stay landing page on our website. The goal is to reach consumers who are actively planning to travel and drive qualified visitors to the website, which is measured in engagement on site. We also launched Chime, our first of its kind chatbox within our ads in late January. Since then, the campaign's performance has significantly improved. By early March, Chime had received over 600 inquiries, marking a substantial decrease in overall cost per engagement compared to all partners. This makes the most effective strategy for engaging visitors to our website across travel endemic partners. Now for the new partnerships, first we're going to start with Garden and Gun. We're excited to share our new partnerships aiming to collaborate on authentic content such as articles, videos, and podcasts alongside impactful brand activations. With Garden and Gun, a magazine that spans from sporting life to lush gardens, architecture to adventurous traveler, and culinary delights to visual arts, we're launching premium branded content celebrating Puerto Rican culinary talent, culture, and sustainability. The program includes a custom article, digital promotion, and possible video production. Additionally, Field Guides by Garden and Gun will offer interactive guides promoting Puerto Rico's cultural highlights that are aligned with Discover Puerto Rico's goals. These guides will include social media promotion, sponsored articles, and enhanced newsletters. Hearst, known for its rich editorial content and diverse audience, including conscientious travelers and cultural explorers, will collaborate on restyled videos, co-branded articles, and paid amplification. This effort aims to ensure our messages reach as much people as possible through media outlets such as Cosmopolitan, Men's Health, Town and Country, and Women's Health. Another partnership that we're working on is with iHeartRadio. We're also leveraging iHeart, the #1 audio company in the US, reaching 9 out of 10 Americans monthly. Our integrated media plan with iHeartRadio includes digital support, podcast host reads, and leveraging influential figures to widen our audience engagement. Podcasts like Drama Queens, Just Be with Bethany Frankel, and Stuff You Should Know will feature our ads, strategically placed to integrate our brand into their narratives, enhancing storytelling and connecting with listeners more deeply. This approach reflects our commitment to engaging content and strategic partnerships, ensuring our message resonates effectively with our audience. Lastly, for our digital update, first we're going to start with the website. In Q1, we saw a significant jump in all key metrics for discoverpuertorico.com, particularly in the number of visitors, sessions, and page views. Likewise, we saw a 63% year-over-year increase in partner referrals, one of the main KPIs we track to ensure our destination website continues to support local businesses by channeling highly qualified consumers to their own platforms. The largest drivers of this growth include organic traffic, which echoes the effectiveness of our strong content and SEO strategy, along with social media and paid media efforts to push users to our website. To align the website with our launch of Le Boricua 3.0, we also refreshed the homepage hero video and copy. And to support local efforts in educating visitors regarding beach safety, we added a banner under our website's main navigation featuring the Watch the Waves campaign we developed in collaboration with NOAA last year. For social media, in Q1, we cover a range of topics on social media, including how to achieve your New Year's resolution in Puerto Rico, unconventional romantic experiences, and how travel empowers women. 3 famous Facebook Lives that cover a new accommodation in San Juan, a beach in Cabo Rojo, and El Morro. The numbers showed 309% year-over-year increase in net new fans generated. And although engagement decreased this year, the total of users reached are 43% more engaged year over year. The focus continues to be short-form video content, with 32 new videos created in-house. In Q1, Instagram Reel collaborations included participants from the Pilot Partner Content Program, the Wedding Edition, Uber and Uber Eats, The Explorer's Guide, the International Surfing Association, and our influencer program. Lastly, in Q1, Discover Puerto Rico launched its Pilot Partner Content Program, in which 6 local industry partners are collaborating with Discover Puerto Rico to provide a monthly source of short-form video content. Discover Puerto Rico is working with the participants to upskill their social media tools and best practices to maintain a healthy and sustainable presence on their own channels. Based on the program's performance and necessary modifications, we'll be implementing when we expand to new partners in the next semester. Now, it's my pleasure to present our Chief Sales Officer, Ed Carey.
Thanks a lot, Gloriana, and good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Before I jump into the specifics of our ongoing actions and production statistics, I wanted to once again share some of the key findings from the latest North Star Meetings and Cement Corporation Meeting Pulse survey. And this has been an ongoing study which began in March of 2020 as the pandemic was beginning, and it continues to measure meeting planner sentiment today. First and most importantly, planner optimism levels have bounced back up from a more sort of guarded perspective at the end of 2023 and the beginning of 2024. There are considerably more optimists now than there were 2 months ago, and a lot fewer pessimists. And perhaps even more encouraging is the fact that the value associated with face-to-face meetings is becoming more and more clear. The survey's event value index is back to its all-time high. Nearly 2/3 of all North American planners report their events are considered more valuable to their stakeholders compared to before the pandemic. Attendance levels are expected to increase, and initiatives related to diversity, equity, inclusion, sustainability, and corporate social responsibility are actually being incorporated into their meeting agendas. And if you're wondering, why are meetings so important now, it really comes down to bringing people together again, to network, educate, and reinforce company culture. In fact, Networking and education were the two top factors driving demand for face-to-face meetings. And that's interesting to note that driving revenues, buying and selling transactions actually take a back seat at the moment to these primary factors. And as we discussed in our last update, planners' relationship to hotels and suppliers has improved as our staffing levels continue to approach the pre-pandemic levels. However, the biggest pain point appears to be the exceptionally high cost of food and beverage and room rates. And one of the most important factors that we can address is the flexibility in our contracts. Meeting planners, they're struggling to find the right balance of optimism versus liability, and they need our help and collaboration to make it work. In Puerto Rico, we're also seeing that solid demand for the destination. Both event and room night leads are up year over year to an already great 2023 fiscal year. And both events booked and total rooms booked are also strong. In fact, at close to 150,000 rooms booked so far, we are pacing 27% higher than last fiscal year. And we've generated approximately 126 million in economic impact as a result. Great news, April is and has been an incredibly busy month for high-profile events on the island. Just last week, we partnered with Meeting Professionals International to host 17 medical meeting planners in Puerto Rico as part of MPI's Healthcare Meetings Compliance Certification Program. So upon completion of this course, both our hoteliers and the meeting planners attending had the opportunity to work together to understand the many regulatory nuances of hosting medical events. And of course, we had the opportunity to showcase our services and facilities to this important sector, which really represents one of our most impactful market segments. Just yesterday, we completed an event with 21 citywide meeting and event planners who joined us to witness firsthand how Puerto Rico can handle significant multi-property events by working as one team, along with our convention center, Distrito T-Mobile, and our DMCs from across the island. These planners alone represented a potential of over 55,000 room nights and close to 79 million in economic impact. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that we kicked off the first and hopefully annual 5K race ending at El Morro during that event. Throughout 2024, we're going to be showcasing Puerto Rico to well over 1,000 meeting planners by hosting some of the industry's most sought after and impactful events. From the Merritt's ESN Reach event recently operated to the Conference Direct Diversity Conference, the American Express Interaction event, ASAE 5-Star, among others, we will be hosting corporate association executives, meeting planners, and third parties from across the industry to experience the best of what we offer. And we're confident that Puerto Rico will be one of the most talked about destinations in the industry in 2024. On the tour and travel side, we're very encouraged that our pace in the global distribution system, which is the primary tool that travel advisors use to book rooms for their clients, has now recovered to 2019 levels. And the Q1 taken as a whole is higher than any level since 2018. This is particularly important because it is a gauge of the confidence that travel industry professionals have in Puerto Rico. You remember, their name and credibility are on the line, and they are confident that we will deliver. We have also talked quite a bit about and are very proud of our online Puerto Rico Travel Expert Program. Early this month, we hosted our second Puerto Rico Travel Agent Expert Program, FAM Trip, for those who have graduated as Puerto Rico experts, they've qualified for our loyalty program, and they've proven their support for the island through confirmed bookings. These advisors visited multiple properties and venues throughout their 4-day event, and we're confident they will spread the word and continue to support Puerto Rico. And we're also really excited to announce that we are partnering with the company TravPro to develop an all-new travel expert program platform that will be launched this summer. This program is mobile-friendly, and it promises to be more engaging and immersive than ever before. with destinations like Visit Florida, Visit Orlando, the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, as well as regional competitors like the Bahamas, Cayman Islands, and St. Kitts. This platform will provide more support and resources than ever before to travel advisors looking to book Puerto Rico. And lastly, we're very proud to announce that with the announcement of Cristina Fernandez from our leisure team as one of Destination International's 30 Under 30 recipients, Discover Puerto Rico joins Brand USA as only one of 2 organizations that can claim a recipient every year for the last 5 years running. So congratulations to Cristina. And with that, I will turn it back over to Janine.
Thank you so much, Ed. I guess this is it for today. We are so grateful for all the information and insight. We don't have any questions. So this is all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have not yet registered to our industry portal or to receive our weekly newsletter and weekly research dashboard, please head over to discoverpuertorico.com/industry. To do so. And if you need assistance with the sign-up process, please reach out to us and our digital team will assist you. Don't forget to listen to our podcast, Anfitriones del Destino, available on every leading podcast platform. Thank you for joining us and see you soon.